it's midnight, sure, everyone should be already at their cabins
Oh,
by
it
this
isn't.
time.
It's 10:11 p.m.
This guy's a real jokester,
Shit.
huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a real Kevin James of comedy right here.
I'm a real Kevin Hart over here.
A real Macaulay Culkin.
Okay.
I couldn't do that without laughing. A scary thought suddenly flashed through my mind. Where's Olga Dmitrievna?
Let's go outside and talk there. Don't want to wake up Miku.
As we went out, I took a place by the stairs and started to think. Eliza stood beside me, wringing her hands with a pained look on her face as she watched the full moon rise.
We have to call the police. We've already called them. But back then it was only Slavia, and now it's also Olyana. And Olga Dmitrievna. Have you seen her? No. But what? Is she too?
Eliza burst into tears.
We still don't know anything, but
But nevertheless, it's clear that something's going on here. Even if they're not just pretending to be pioneers and something really has happened to the world, right now I could have quite a good chance of departing from it without getting any answers for my questions. So I have to focus on survival. Survival. The word hit like a sharp pain to the back of my head. Survival. Just yesterday I didn't need to give the slightest consideration to anything like that. The quiet summer night was reigning over everything around us. Not a breath of wind, not a rustle of grass, or a whisper of moving leaves could be heard. Nothing. Just the reflection of the moonlight in the cabin's windows, sparse clouds up in the sky, and yet impenetrable darkness all around. They saw that when you gaze into the abyss always also gazes into you. And the grasshoppers. These derned crickets are pulling a double shift DJing. Okay, it went from profound to that. As if they're constantly on duty. As the day shift winds up, the night shift, who got enough sleep, begins. Then the night ones knock off, and I have to find some insecticide after all. At least I can wipe out a couple of divisions. With any luck, that would get me some quiet living room space around this cabin. Sure, I can't destroy them all. What the heck? There are probably more of them than there are humans in the entire world.
can you hear it?
Yeah, I was just talking about him for some reason.
Thinking about it, rather.
Why did he go on such a tangent about that? It's like there's a murder around. Man, these grasshoppers. Eliza sat down and huddled up against me. Her entire body was trembling.
Visibly.
What?
I strained my ears. It seemed that somebody was slowly walking down the path to our cabin. I couldn't make anything out in the dark, but the steps grew more and more audible with every second.
Okay, don't sweat it. He won't dare attack the two of us.
Although I wasn't really sure about that. My hands instinctively started to reach for something I could use to defend myself.
Hey. Sorry.
Grabbed her tits.
Sorry.
Soon enough, I found a piece of paper underneath the bench. It's not much help, of course. It's way too thick and uncomfortable to wield properly, but it's still better than going out empty-handed. Soon enough, I could make out more features of the stranger's silhouette. Not very tall, weird hairstyle, a skirt. That ought to be Lena. I lowered my guard.
Big mistake, buddy. What are you doing here this late at night? Boy. Boy.
Lena's face was stained with tears.
Come on.
I led her to Eliza. As Lena was coming to her senses, she tried to explain what happened.
I was just sitting alone and it's already quite late but Miku's still missing. Yet what happened to Slavia? And
I still just couldn't reconcile this image of Lena, a sobbing girl sitting in front of me, with the one that I saw at the square a few hours ago with the grin of the devil and hellish flames in her eyes. Maybe it was just my imagination. Or maybe not.
by any chance, do you know where Olyana and Olga Dmitrievna are?
She raised her surprised eyes to me.
No. Why? Are they also missing? Well, so far we can't be sure. Semyon.
At first I didn't realize that she was addressing me.
Huh? Don't you think that it's way too quiet in the camp? It's night. Everyone's sleeping, aren't they?
I strained my ears again. Indeed, there were no sounds behind these damned grasshoppers. I mean, no sounds whatsoever.
What is this place usually like? Quiet.
Whispered Lena.
Quiet, but not this quiet.
I couldn't let girls fall into a panic, although I was starting to freak out myself. Yet there were a lot of reasons to. Humans disappearing to thin air, horrible murders, friends that pretend to be the pioneers until the very end. I was ready to lose it.
Okay, let's think rationally.
The girls gave me a few questioning looks.
Rationally?
Why would we do that?
What are you talking about?
That doesn't make any
What
sense.
are you thinking?
I like how their eyes are pretty much like the same shape.
Yeah, they're identical and very tiny.
People can't just disappear without a trace. That means... Nope, it doesn't mean anything.
Suddenly we heard a rustle in the bushes behind the cabin. Before I could even grab my pipe, Router emerged from the darkness. Hello, Ezreal. That's
Oh, am I this guy too?
yeah.
Yes.
I'm talking to myself through 4 different people.
You're the one
and
who
I-
chose it.
Yeah, I know.
And you wanted to be on
Here
board.
you are.
He didn't seem to be all that concerned by all the stuff happening around.
Oh lord, stop jumping out at people like that. The girls are gonna have a heart attack at this rate.
They're gonna give myself my heart attack.
Give me my heart attack.
Although I wasn't sure who was more frightened, them or me.
Yeah, I apologize. Why have you come? Have you seen Shriek? We haven't.
Looks like half of the camp just disappeared in the last few hours.
Plus, it's too quiet around here. We noticed that already. There's no light anywhere, dead silence. Oh, don't you start whipping up the tension here. I feel sick already. What am I doing? I'm not doing anything.
He flashed a mysterious smile that gave me the creeps.
Okay, you stay here, and I'm gonna scout around the camp. Alone?
Yeah, that probably wasn't exactly the brightest idea. I have to think first, then speak.
Ahem. I'll go with you. Okay, then you just stay here. And don't forget that Miku is still sleeping in the cabin. Sir, yes, sir.
She's gonna kill him. Or he's gonna kill her. Hello? What a dork. If he gave me that dopey smile in any other situation, I might fall for him.
Dot, dot, dot. Let's not get into that right now. I'm busy.
Oh, multiple dots. About half an hour later, our search brought us to the square. All the cabins are empty. Looks like there are only 5 of us left in the camp. I limped along with that pipe of mine. Limped. It appeared to be so lightweight at first, but after carrying it for some time, I've learned that one can get worn out carrying a bag of feathers.
Where on earth is everyone?
Eliza appeared to be more or less calm. The horror of the first minutes, when we were going from one empty cabin to another, had already passed.
Well, at least we can be sure that it's not the same case as whatever happened to Slavia. Why is that? Just think. Where are the bodies?
I said in a whisper, fearful of scaring her.
But where is everyone then? Disappeared?
Hardly a credible explanation. But if you think about it, nothing whatsoever that's happened during the last 24 hours has been credible.
They couldn't just go and... just like that. It's not like anything's up to us now. And in any case, tomorrow's still another day.
We'd only taken a few steps when a rustle in the bushes came from behind. I instantly turned around and peered towards the source of sound. Eliza clung to my hand so hard it hurt, and I tightened my grip on the pipe.
Who's there? No idea.
I strained my eyes, but still couldn't make out anything in the darkness.
Hey,
I had no idea what to do next. The rustling suddenly cut off, and the night returned to just the usual cricket fiddling.
could it be just some Could it be some wild animal?
I wonder with the feeling of insecurity.
Wild animal?
I've never heard of those. She gripped my hand even tighter.
But there are no wild animals around here.
Everyone keeps saying that. Why does everyone assume there are no wild animals in the woods?
I don't know. The cross-eyed just gets rid of all the tension.
I know, right? It's really kind of not good. They're back. Ezreal and Lena remained silent and just shuddered slightly when they saw us.
Ezreal looks disgusted by the cross-eye. Like,
It's
oh, what is
disgusting.
that?
How dare you have that?
Is she looking at me or you, Simon? So, how is it? No one out there. What do you mean, no one? Everyone's gone.
Said Eliza through her tears. Apparently. Oh, okay.
Oh.
I thought that was the sound of them colliding.
That's an odd sound to me.
The girls rushed into each other's arms, and I sat down next to Ezreal, finally dropping that abhorrent pipe of mine to the ground.
It's just that simple? Just that simple. But how? I really don't know. Maybe it's an alien abduction? What nonsense. Wanna play detective, Sherlock? Well, it could be the same maniac. It's kind of way too much for just one man, don't you think so? I guess you're right, but what is it then? It still could just turn out to be just a stupid prank. In Slavia too? That's all just a stupid prank? No, she was definitely murdered by someone. But who?
You gave me a narrow gaze.
I have no idea. Maybe it was you.
I was starting to get wound up.
Or you.
Gawk at that.
Not me for sure. Boys, come on. That's enough.
Stupid.
You're right. Sorry. Yeah.
Indeed, now's not the best time for something like this.
Anyway, we should stick together.
You think Miku's still in there?
No. Would it help keep us from disappearing?
Asked Eliza timidly.
I'm not sure about all that disappearance stuff, but at least it should help us to stay alive.
I glanced at my watch. It's almost 4 o'clock. The sun will be rising soon.
Okay, squad. Time to hit the hay, or we're gonna end up totally wiped out.
Tubular.
What? No buts.
Nobody else tried to object, and we entered the cabin quietly.
Ah, what's happening?
Seems like we woke Masha up,
It's okay, keep sleeping.
but she was already sitting up on the bed and staring blankly at our little party.
Well, you see, they're all gone. Disappeared. Everyone's gone.
Lena burst into tears and flung her arms round Masha's neck.
What? What's going on? Can't you speak clearly?
Well, long story short,
I cracked my neck and compulsively reached for the cigarettes in my pocket, finding none. I heaved a sigh of frustration and said,
can I bum a smoke off you, Ezreal?
"Yo, you got one, dog?"
It looks like there's just 5 of us left in this camp. Meaning everyone in this room. Rejoice, Captain Obvious has returned. You're gonna keep watch first. Eh?
He's terrified by that suggestion.
Oh, nothing. Do you really think that it's safe for everyone to sleep at the same time? Well, it isn't, but... Exactly.
Masha's whispers, Lena's sobs, and Eliza's voice, all that is somehow melted in one quiet lullaby, and so, there's 2 spaces, I fell asleep. and then died. I was forcibly awakened by someone doing their best to shake me. Physically shake me, that is. Ezra was leaning over me and nudging my shoulder.
What? It's your turn now. How long have I slept? About an hour. Only an hour? Stay on your watch. I'm already dozing off.
Yeah, an infinite power source wouldn't hurt for our router. Although it wouldn't hurt for me too.
Oh, fine.
I rose with considerable effort, climbed over Lena and Masha, who slept with their arms around each other, and jumped down to the floor.
Whoa.
Hot. The room seemed
I
slightly
know.
brighter.
The morning's coming.
And so 3 of them slept in that tiny bed.
And Eliza got
Impossible.
Yeah, like that's
Impossible.
that's not a thing. Bullwinkle, dude.
Unless they, like, it's not drawn, but, like, what if they brought both beds to get there?
Maybe they did. But where was... He would have had to climb over Eliza, too.
Oh. Whatever. Well, I don't know. You know what?
Wait,
Looks, I'll explain how the logistics of that later.
what is this?
It's a ball.
It's a ball?
Yeah, it's been there.
Really? I've just never
Yeah.
noticed it. That doesn't look like a ball.
It's a ball.
That
What
doesn't
else
look
would it
like
be?
a ball
It's
to
an
me.
eyeball, and it's staring at us.
It's a whale's eye. And it's got cataracts. You can see it's cloudy.
Okay, I'm noticing on the opposite side of the room there's also a ball.
These aren't balls, man.
What the fuck are they then, huh?
I don't know. They're
Mr.
not
Yeah.
spherical, though.
What do you mean they're not spherical?
They're
Have
not.
you seen a sphere before?
The
of
one
their
on the
sides
left looks like a sphere. It's casting a shadow, so you can't see it all.
I mean, that's like the back portion here.
Yeah.
And then this is like rounded out, it looks like, but this is like a container looking thing.
I gotta agree
For
with Chris on this
what?
one.
I don't know, man. I don't know what that
I think
is.
it's a ball, but it's casting a shadow, so that's why it looks like that. I see where you're going, where it's like a 3D cylinder thing.
Yeah.
Still a ball though.
I don't think that looks anything like a ball.
It's a
but
ball. It's a ball.
I'll go with it.
Yeah.
Let us know down in the comments.
Matt,
Yeah. Are you on my side and think it's a ball?
Team Chris,
No one's ever on my side anyway, so don't give a fuck.
because you're wrong.
It's a ball.
It's a
Try
ball.
being right.
Router tried to get my place, but I grabbed him by the collar, threw him down on the floor, and gave him a blanket and a pillow.
If it's anything else, I'm gonna flame the artist.
Fine.
So you can... And you cannot.
Come to think about it, why can't he? Anyway, it's not that important now. I took the chair, dragged it to the door, and sat down and started to wait. Anticipation seemed to be the best word to describe what I was feeling. Any moment now, the door will burst open and a maniac will break into the room, or the last residents of this camp will disappear. Or I will disappear. In any case, something will happen. I deeply felt that. Router was snoring his head off. The girls were sleeping securely, and I was starting to doze off too. I clenched the pipe harder. The feeling of cold metal against my bare skin somehow brought me back to my senses. I mustn't sleep. I'm their only hope now. And my own too. But it's so hard to resist. Just a couple of minutes. My eyes seemed to have a life of their own, opening and closing spontaneously as my mind wandered. A rustling came from behind the door. No, I must have imagined that. It's just those damned grasshoppers. What are they still up to? Maybe it's the grasshoppers to blame. They fell upon the camp like a swarm of locusts and devoured everybody. A vision of me being devoured by grasshoppers unfolded in my mind. A disgusting storm was brewing in my head. Their long legs, their wings, a huge head, and the eyes filled with darkness. Eyes reflecting the abyss. Just look a grasshopper in the eye and you'll never be the same again. What's this guy's problem?
Doesn't like grasshoppers.
That's how it happens. I'm running away and they're after me. There are thousands of them. Millions. I'm desperately jumping over the pits and gullies, climbing hills and rocks.
Is
They
there
don't
supposed
care.
to be a picture for this?
Probably
I don't
not.
think so.
Oh.
They've got wings. What, is he naked? And that's why they can't show it? Like, I don't know what else. I think it's just he's dreaming.
Oh.
Yeah, these filthy wings that make that nasty rattle. Probably they wouldn't need their teeth anyway. They just have to flap these horrible wings faster and faster, summoning the sonic wave of the apocalypse. No! I just can't block out the hellish noise anymore. I'm falling, desperately trying to cover my ears with my hands. Please stop it. Somebody! I was woken by a sharp pain in the back of my head. Opening my eyes, I realized that I was lying sprawled on the floor. Looks that I fell asleep and slipped off my chair. It was 9 o'clock. Dagmagummit Armin, it looks like I was sleeping for 5 hours straight. Anything could have happened. Horrified, I patted myself down. Everything seemed to be in its place. Fuh, that was close.
Uh.
I shook our squad awake.
My turn already? You sleep too much, while I've been sitting here all night long.
I'm sure that was a lie, but telling them I spent the night running for my life from the grasshoppers definitely wasn't an option.
I'm sorry.
Router hung his head.
Don't worry about it.
I'm hungry as heck.
Monster stretched out and gave me a cute smile.
And why are you all here?
Don't you remember anything?
Nope. What's the matter?
Is she Miku now?
What's going on around here?
She's Miku now,
Everyone's gone.
said Eliza gloomily.
Say what?
Everyone's gone. Vanished into thin air.
Why did you say that in Lena's voice?
Fucking, I don't know. I'm trying to do a sad Eliza and it's just Lena. Fuck off. I'm working on it.
Just making fun of Zach.
I'm making fun of Zach.
This guy's a dick.
This fucking guy.
Masha glanced out of window and said nothing. Seems like she remembered now.
Well, getting something to eat is indeed a fine idea.
Nobody was going to object. It's not like I was in the mood to eat, same as everyone else, but ultimately everyone knew that we had to keep ourselves running. Soon enough, we were sitting in the canteen, quietly digging into whatever we could.
Want me to cook something?
Inquired Masha quietly.
Let's wait for lunch. For now, it's fine.
She gave me a disappointed look.
Okay, so what are we gonna do? We have to get out of here. But the police. We have to get out of here.
I repeated stubbornly.
But how? Bus. It's highly unlikely that one will come. It doesn't run too often. At least there should be a timetable somewhere around here.
I tried to remember if I've ever seen the bus map or its timetable somewhere. Probably not.
Then we'll go on foot. Anything's better than staying here. But it's a long way to... Well, we might hitch a lift. Here, in the middle of nowhere? I doubt that. Oh, stop with that drama.
Although thinking about it, it's exactly the right time for drama.
I'm not being dramatic, but... That's it. End of story. What are we gonna say when we reach the city? We'll tell them the truth. We came to shoot a movie, and then... What movie? Okay, stop fooling around, will you?
He's still on this? I hate Semyon. I buried my face in my hands, feeling run down.
Even if it was kind of funny yesterday, although it really wasn't, you can stop it now. I don't get you. Oh, you're still gonna keep on pretending that you came here not to shoot a movie, but to roleplay as a pioneer? I don't understand a thing.
Eliza swept her surprised gaze across everyone.
But we are pioneers.
Oh my god. Voice crack. What pioneers, for God's sake?
Masha, who had kept silence so far, butted in.
It's the 21st century out there. Yeah, right, pioneers.
21st?
Looks like we're indeed in a deep mess.
So you're all gonna say that you are, well, we are normal pioneers who just came here on vacation for a week or so?
A heavy silence followed.
Well, yes.
I cast a look at Masha. Looks like she doesn't know how to react either. I signaled to her, pointing at the door.
Excuse us for a second.
Having gone outside, I asked,
What do you think?
Well,
She adopted the pose of the ancient Greek thinker.
it looks like they genuinely believe that, and some folks named Semyon and Miku were in our shoes until yesterday.
Some.
Well, I guess you're more familiar with them than I am.
Oh, come on.
I interrupted her.
Couldn't you come up with a more feasible theory?
I still have absolutely no theories at all. I no longer know what to think.
That face tells me she doesn't think much.
Nothing in that brain.